So Jared Leto was most known for going above and beyond in his roles. He shed so much weight and gained it right back, drastically altering his appearance and channeling the character. In this case, his darkness to literally become the role. Gotta give the boy some props. He really gives it his all. And sure, actors should do that, but a lot of times there isn't such extreme roles. And let's be honest, some people like Chris Pratt, he doesn't really have to do a lot of altering of his own personality to play the character. And the Joker itself is very daunting. It can either make you like an Oscar, or it can break you badly. Especially when the little first movie you came into, you're tricked into expecting that the role will result in more footage than you are essentially given. Seeing as they removed a good chunk of it, and I kinda wish they didn't. I mean, when it released, the main complaint I remember hearing was that the Joker didn't have enough screen time. And on top of that, not exactly tippy-top writing ended up being the death of him. Well, I'd say he worked well enough with what he had. And sure, did he exaggerate? Yeah, but to be honest, Joker tends to be exaggerated as a character anyway. In any case, given a better script, and take away that overly edgy, damaged stamp on his forehead, and I'd say it'd have much of a better chance. As for the acting, if you think it wasn't the best, well, for one, the movie was campy and fun more so, and for two, Leto could have always improved for the next movie. By the way, any of this sound familiar? Remember Hayden? Remember the hate he got for his role as Anakin? I sure do. Following the prequels, hate was rampant, and I got to admit his pickup lines weren't exactly golden.
I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere.
This derived far more from his terrible lines in directing than did the actor himself. But he did the best with what he could. And lo and behold, Rian Johnson came and didn't just lower the bar, but he demolished it. And now everyone wants Hayden back, all of a sudden. But it makes sense in this case, because guess what? Better script, directing, more seasoned acting. He can likely provide a much more well-portrayed Anakin, probably more like the Clone Wars. On a good day, mind you. Not a bad day. And truth be told, the same could be said for Jared Leto's Joker. Better script, directing, more seasoned in character practice. But alas, the Joker got so flacked that he probably got bitter, and apparently jealous once good old Phoenix showed up, probably afraid of never having a role again and tired of all the hate. Essentially trying to sabotage the movie. Good stuff. And while I admit that what he did was wrong, I can kinda see where he came from. In any case, potential is what I generally focus on, and boy did he have a lot of it, at least in my opinion. He very well could have. I mean, you don't know that he didn't, because he didn't really have much screen time to begin with. He didn't really have a chance, hardly. I remember speculations rummaging about this movie after Suicide Squad that just so happened to focus on Joker and Harley in Affleck's Batman. With what he was given was scraps, and anything after that was non-existent because of the fan reaction. Rather unfortunate if you ask me. And I kind of feel for the underdog because they tried to do something unique even if it ended up being edgier than most others. Sometimes we take risks and need to try something new, and the problem is a lot of people don't like change. And even if they do, it ends up not meeting the expectations that it could have or the right care to be taken into it. Basically, it's like he had a huge homework assignment, poured his whole heart and soul into it, and then when he turned it into the teacher, she just threw it in the trash. In any case, I'm certainly not saying he's the greatest Joker or anything. Who's saying that? But I found a unique take to be fun and interesting, so why not? And for that matter, might not even be the original Joker, might be Robin, you never know, because it was never fleshed out. Let's talk about his tattoos real quick. The tattoos symbolized, in my opinion, a variety of clues as to who he might even be. I mean, look at all this. You think that was place hair just to make him look cool? What if it wasn't? What if he's a Robin? I mean, he does have a Robin tattoo. Maybe he killed him. Sure, and that's why Batman's angry. But maybe, in fact, he turned into the Joker, and Batman's angry. Who knows? I mean, how many heroes are still around? How many heroes are still good?
20 years in Gotham, how many good guys are left? How many stayed that way?
Remember that quote? Now, a lot of you might not believe this, and that's cool. I'm okay with that. But regardless of your opinion as whether he was a Robin, and I'm not talking about Jason Todd. Jason Todd's already been revealed to supposedly not be him. But even if he was, they wouldn't reveal that, now would they? I mean, really. The thing is, with this, they added all this and they knew it would stir up speculation, right? Who is the identity of Suicide Squad's Joker? Speculation that was in fact based off how real the possibility was due to the fact that it did happen in the comics and even the Return of the Joker Batman movie, Batman Beyond. So holding on to that thought, and that reveals that in fact Robins have been turned into the new Joker before. Multiple times, really. I mean, even Batman Who Laughs decided to do his own Joker shit for the Robins again. Because they can't get enough of it, apparently. But it's never happened in the movies, has it? That's the thing. What if it did? Imagine how messed up yet awesome that reveal would be. How this Joker, this damaged individual, just happened to be so damaged because he's actually Robin. Fun fact. No, that would mean that he's not the real Joker. But he's the new Joker, and he doesn't remember that. The memory thing is a big freaking clue. Now, hold on to that. I think it's pretty good to stir the pot, stir up speculation, even catch people off guard with off-the-wall ideas from what is normally done. Besides Captain Jack Nicholson here, there has been other similar portrayals that have existed as well, and similar looking things as well, just without the tattoos, but you know. Close enough. The tattoos served as a clue-filled plot point, so to speak. Could have a use. In fact, there's different versions of the Joker, and that's been covered before. So I've already explained the fun of the clues that the tattoos bring. There's a psychological Joker. There's a freaking gangster Joker. There's different Jokers. There's the gag Joker. The Joker who's essentially just pulling pranks. Because apparently that guy exists. He's not valid in any way, but he still exists. So just because he's not super deep and super psychological, doesn't exactly mean he fails, because there's other Jokers around as well, and it's pretty obvious that they weren't quite going for that. Not for Suicide Squad, anyway. But I've already explained the fun that the clues that the tattoos bring. Although I admit that a tattoo on the forehead saying damaged is too much, but it's still another clue that further fueled fun speculation, and such a thing as speculation, boy is that fun. But we can already establish his similarity, even his look otherwise is pretty dang similar to some portrayals. His relationship with Harley has become more complicated and unique, and this unique take was going to follow him to another movie. The only problem was, the blowback for this kind of Joker was so nasty that they canceled all possibility. I care about quality storytelling, and seeing as this wasn't even able to be fleshed out, that's kind of the point. We never actually know if it's going to be good storytelling, twists and depth. That's always got its charm, right? A somewhat less predictable sandbox to play in. But the funny fact about Backlash is brutal. Like everyone craps on him, yet everyone praised Batfleck, who besides his somewhat brutish appearance that I'm not really entirely fond of, he breaks his number one rule by killing all sorts of people brutally. Then, magically, at the end of the movie, goes back to not killing anymore. Apparently that rule didn't mean shit. A rule of which is kind of his defining feature. On top of that, becoming far less of a genius despite being apparently the world's greatest detective. He can't figure out that he's being manipulated the whole entire time and completely tunnel-visioned in his hatred for Superman. Good stuff. So I'm actually opposite of what a lot of people here believe, I'm sure. So I'm sure this is an unpopular opinion, but really it's just a unique way of seeing things that I thought I'd share. Personally, I basically think that this Joker, while not the best, wasn't that bad. Like, I'm not saying he was good. There's very well a possibility that he isn't. And if you think so, that's cool. That's your opinion. But what I believe is kind of sad about this whole thing is we don't even know where this direction could have gone. We don't know. Many great or interesting and risky ideas are thought up, whether it be games or movies, or characters and unique spins, and this is always a risk. Make or break, love or hate. Powerful forces and you just never know which one you're gonna take. It is possible that you could have turned out more unique and complex than we realize, and that could have possibly turned into a success. And I mean, this Harley even has evidence that she wasn't entirely innocent either, and this Joker didn't even remember who he was. What's up with that? Possibly related to her as a hint?
I did everything you said. I helped you.
You helped me by erasing my mind what you memories I had. Oh. You left me in a black hole of rage and confusion. That the medicine you practice, Dr. Quinzel?
Apparently he lost his memory of some sort. How? Why? Who? Sometimes you have to wait out the initial flavor, initial hit of the food, or whatever it is you're taking in and eating, to get to the good part. And you're like, oh, that's interesting. I didn't notice that until now. Or maybe it's like alcohol and it's just an acquired taste. Who knows? In any case, that's all I have to say. I feel like all the hate is unfair, and given he only had a few minutes of screen time and no chance for that Joker Harley sequel I heard so much about, because lo and behold it got cancelled. There's that potential, but it ended up in kind of a tough and unfair spot if you ask me. But that's just my opinion. I liked him, but I can see why others wouldn't, and that's okay. We can be cool with that. No big deal, right? Or is it? I would assume it's not. I mean, we're all entitled to our own opinions, and that's the fun of this world, right? So if you stuck by this long, I don't know why you did, but cool. If you have a new opinion, whether agreeing or disagreeing, you're welcome to share it so we can share.
Enjoy the pudding, kiddos. I ought to be health and give old Betsy the old know-how.
Let's go home.